Now, that tells me two things. First of all, this was a big deal, according to this letter by Harry Reid. And again, this guy's the Senate Majority Leader. This is not some guy who was a state senator from Idaho, okay? This is a United States senator who had been in the United States Senate for years and was the Senate Majority Leader, the number one man in the United States Senate. He's saying this. And Elizondo ran his mouth anyway. Now, what that also tells me is this whole conspiracy theory with shadow government and the president is just a puppet or a facade, and we've got people in the background running things, and if you don't do things the right way, you're going to be taken out. Well, Luis Elizondo, he did all the stuff he should have never done. He named names he should have never named. I mean, he named Bigelow Aerospace years ago. And this letter by Harry Reid, written years ago, written on July 24th, 2009, said, look, we can't let anybody know that these people are involved. And Elizondo ran his mouth anyway. If there really was a shadow government, if there really was a deep state, if there really was all this stuff that the conspiracy theories say that there were, would Luis Elizondo still be alive? No. So I think what we have is what you see. What you see is what we've got. And through the Freedom of Information Act, this letter that's now, 2019, 2022, what is that? 13 years old, this letter. It'll be 13 years old in June. It was finally made public. This, my friends, is huge news. And it just makes you think, okay, it's got to be either China, Russia, or people we don't know. I think we can take Russia out of the equation. And the reason I say that is because Russia can't even take over a ragtag, put-together army in the Ukraine, okay? They can't even take over that country. If they had special technology that we didn't know how to fight against, they'd have used that, and we'd have seen it, and we haven't. Now, could it be China? Yeah, maybe. It could be China. But we scratched Russia off the list. All that's left are China and unknown. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, dear listeners. There's more to this than meets the eye, and I truly believe there's going to be more to this to follow in the years moving forward. Well, that's it. I'm done. Thanks for joining us. JamesStrongShow@hotmail.com. That's the email address, JamesStrongShow@hotmail.com. Send me your email address. I will send you a link to the podcast upon publication so you can download it and listen to it at your leisure. You don't want to do that? I get it. You can go ahead and listen to it wherever you get podcasts. I mean, there's a long list of places you can pick up the James Strong Show podcast. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Facebook, Twitter, TuneIn, Radio Online, the podcast app, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, GeoSavan, Spreaker.com, as that's where they reside. That's it. I'm done. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Until next time, this is James Strong saying adios.